What's going on, guys? This is Andrew Chicken and welcome back to another video. Getting flanked can be a tough situation to deal with, especially if you're playing a support or damage champion, so it's good to choose a champion that you know you can deal with a flank with when necessary. That's why in this video I'm counting down my picks for the top 5 least flankable champions in Paladins. These champions are really good at bursting down a flank whenever they come near, and preventing them from wreaking havoc on the backline. However, for the purposes of this video, I'm not including any flanks or tanks in this video, since they're the least likely classes to be flanked. So without further ado, let's get into the top 5 least flankable champions in Paladins. Number 5. Furia. If you need to play a healer and you're scared of getting flanked, picking Furia is definitely the way to go. As long as you're healing people every so often, she is one of the highest DPS weapons out of the entire support class. If a flanker gets near her, she can easily burst them down in conjunction with the 600 damage from her movement ability and the stun from her Pyre Strike, which is super easy to land at close range. Just getting stunned by her Pyre Strike is enough to make most flankers fall back if Furia doesn't manage to slay them in the first place, but even if her Pyre Strike is on cooldown, an attentive Furia can still be a challenge to kill just because her raw damage output is so much higher than most other supports. Because of how much damage Furia can put out, and her powerful stun that can send a flank running, Furia takes the number 5 spot on this list. Number 4. Sha Lin. Kicking off the start of the damage champions on this list is Sha Lin, who takes the most skill out of all the other champions here, but is also one of the scariest champions to go against as a flanker. If you can play Sha Lin well, he can be a flank's worst nightmare. If you stick near a wall, pillar, or obstacle to impale a flank onto with your Impaler arrow, you can immediately combo into a planted and kill the flank most of the time. Even without this nasty combo, Sha Lin can still deal a lot of damage just by shooting the flank once. Just one arrow is enough to drop most flanks' health down by half, but the only problem is the 1.5 second long draw time in between shots that a competent flank can utilize to wreak havoc on the defenseless shot, which keeps him from placing higher on this list. However, if you can manage his cooldowns correctly and save his Impaler arrow and planted for when a flank comes around, you can be untouchable in the backline with Sha Lin. Number 3. Willow. Willow has 2 huge reasons for being one of the toughest champions in the realm to flank. Her easy to hit AoE projectiles and her dead zone, which is one of the best counters to any flank in the entire game. If you pick up Nightshade, the talent that makes her dead zone deal 800 damage when it explodes, you can become extremely difficult to flank because you'll have both a reliable burst of damage and the only ability with 100% cauterize on it in the entire game, which can deny almost any flank the crucial healing they need to do their job. If you use her dead zone and her easy to use weapon on a flank, you can take them out super quickly and keep your backline safe. Because Willow has such a strong burst that's super easy to land, she takes the number 3 spot on this list. Number 2. Leon. Leon is one of the easiest champions in the game to play because of her 2 auto-aim abilities, which also make her super hard to flank. Leon has one of the highest burst potentials in the game if she has all of her abilities off cooldown, because she has a guaranteed 800 damage on any flank that comes her way with her 2 auto-aim abilities, an additional 800 damage from presence, and a weapon that deals 400 damage every shot and shoots relatively fast. If a competent Leon spams her abilities into an enemy flank's face, there's a very good chance that she can kill them much quicker than they can kill her, because she can just unload tons of damage into the flank all at once. Leon also has the added benefit of having one of the skinniest character models in the entire game, so a flank has to be a bit more precise when aiming at her more slender hitbox and has a better chance of missing shots against her. Once Leon has her ult, it doesn't even matter if a flank gets her to critically low health, because she can just press E, become immortal, and kill the flank almost every time with a whopping 1600 damage burst. Because of her high burst potential and auto-aim abilities, Leon earns the number 2 spot on this list. Number 1. Cassie. Cassie has always been one of the toughest champions to flank. Without Impulse, her Blast Shot combo deals a whopping 1330 damage, which is enough to send any flank running. If she does pick up Impulse, her combo does 1480 damage, which is enough to completely wipe out most flanks with another basic attack. Her basic attacks themselves deal 680 damage a shot and have half the draw time of Sha Lin's arrows, so she can put out a lot more damage more consistently in the same amount of time as him. Cassie is also one of the most mobile damage champions, especially if she's running an exaction loadout, so she can just escape from a flank or dart around them with ease. Overall, Cassie's kit just makes her extremely difficult to flank. With her high burst, high mobility, and her disengage that can send an enemy flank flying away from her, Cassie takes the title of the hardest champion to flank in Paladins. So anyways, that's the end of this video. Do you guys agree with my list? Let me know in the comments section down below. Also, be sure to join my Discord server using the code in the description to pick up tips or leave suggestions, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this from me. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.